Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another Tuesday night podcast. Of course, if you are listening to this tomorrow on Wednesday on Spotify, we thank you very much. So make sure to check the show out on Spotify on Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. That is 9 a.m. for all of you West Coast listeners and watchers. Also, guys, make sure to follow us on our social medias at Nick Beasley Show on everything except for Twitter. Twitter is Nick BE Show. And follow my podcast partner, Rodney, on RJK Forever 4 on TikTok, RJK Forever _2 on Instagram. I said that wrong, but it's still in the little tagline. And again, guys, make sure to follow us on Spotify and be looking out for clips. They are coming. I've been busy, okay, but they are coming. But we got to get into the first segment of the night. Rodney, you know what it is.
Game picks.
Game pick time. We did terrible last week. We went 8-8. So hoping to be above 500 this week. I'm going to start with the first pick because you started the first pick last week.
Okay.
So we got the Washington Commanders versus the Green Bay Packers.
Ooh.
You know, I don't know what it is, but it's in Green Bay. Green Bay's got a defense now that's like elite.
Yeah.
I just don't see Green Bay losing. I've got the Packers winning Thursday Night Football. Rodney, what's your take on that before we get to your game?
That is definitely going to be a good game. You got the Washington offense against the Green Bay defense, just like you said. They have an elite defense now led by Mr. Uno, number one, Micah Parsons. And you could arguably say they're going to have at least a top 10 defense in the league now with Michael Parsons. So I don't see them losing that game. And especially the game that they had against Detroit, absolutely buried.
Bully ball.
Buried the Detroit Lions, who had a top 5 deep offense in the league last year. If I'm not mistaken, they had the number 1 offense in the league last year. So I'm going for Green Bay as well.
Yeah, man. It's going to be Green Bay. It's in Green Bay, too. So that's just going to be – and also Parsons is going to get more time. All right, let's get into your pick, though. We've got the Jacksonville Jaguars coming off a win over the Carolina Panthers versus the Cincinnati Bengals, who are coming off a – hold the phone, everybody – a Week 1 victory versus the Cleveland Browns. Holy crap, they can win in Week 1. Rodney, who's your pick here? Who do you like?
I still, even though they won the game last week, I don't really trust the Jaguars just yet. They're not. It's too soon to see how good Travis Hunter can be on that offense. And Now it looks like he's going to be full-time offense. That's what it looks like. And they're probably going to use him on the defense for necessity, but it looks like he's going to be full-time offense. And he better not be on that defense because if you're going to be on defense, you got to worry about who you're going to guard. Are you going to guard T. Higgins, or are you going to guard a top 5 receiver in the league in Jamar Chase? With that being said, I'm going for the Bengals. The offense is just too powerful.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I'm not going to reiterate it because, again, completely agree with everything you just said. Let's get into the next game. Oh, I get to pick it. Oh,
get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Fun.
Come on, bro. It's
my show, buddy.
Oh, my God.
The New York Football Giants versus Rodney's Dallas Cowboys. Hey, and speaking of some guys, a guy that lives in Dallas, but he's a Fins fan like me, and it's painful. Rod, what's up, buddy? Evening, gents. Roll Tide to you. We're still working on Rodney, bro. Eventually, he will say Roll Tide.
Boom.
Herb and Raj podcast. That's got to be Herb commenting, love you guys. And also commenting, what's up, fellas? We appreciate you guys checking it out. Hey, send the link to your friends. Get them all over here because I believe we're one of the only shows live tonight. Let's get into, I get to pick this game. Now, listen, if Jackson Dart was starting for the Giants, I would maybe go with the Giants. But because he is not starting for the Giants, and I do not trust Russell Wilson under any circumstances to do anything right, I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys. Also, I want to be above 500 this week. Now, Rodney, you get to pick up. Hey, this is tough. Both teams coming off week 1 losses. Both teams struggling to put away opponents. Who you got in that one, buddy? The Bears and Lions. Tough game.
I don't think it's that tough because who played a better game, the past couple days? It was Chicago. And if you really look back at the game with Chicago and Minnesota, we are going to talk about it a little bit later, but there is no way Chicago should have lost that game. They were whooping J.J. McCarthy's ass in the first half.
Hey,
and
man, language, bro. Hey, language, bro.
Oh, my bad. Kicking J.J. McCarthy's butt. They were kicking his butt in the game. And for them to lose that game, I don't like it. But I will say what I did like about that game. Caleb Williams looks a lot more comfortable than he did last year. If you remember what Ben Johnson was matriculating in Detroit with Jared Goff, the play action passes, the shotgun passes, that's what he excelled in. And that's what we saw in Caleb Williams last night against Minnesota. The play action and the shotgun. And he looked comfortable, especially running that ball. So I think with that game, and we don't know how Detroit's going to look the entire season with Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn gone from the team. This might be an upset, even though it's going to be at Detroit Ford Field. I'm going for Chicago.
What?
I'm going for Chicago. I just think
I'm kidding. I'll select Chicago. I mean, I don't see them winning, but
you may be wrong. We gotta pick an upset. We have to pick an upset. So
we can have an upset on your next prediction, by the way. But my next up is the LA Rams versus the Tennessee Titans. I'm not going to put too much stock into this pick. I'm picking the Rams because I do like Cam Ward. I think he played well on Sunday against Denver. I don't trust his receiving corps. I don't think that they are consistent enough to put together drives against that Rams pass rush. I don't trust his offensive line to keep him upright. And I do not trust the Titans defense against Matthew Stafford. I don't trust him. Rodney, you better be nice. You better be the nicest person in the world right now. I picked your precious little Cowboys. Don't make me regret it. The Patriots and the Dolphins. And don't worry, we're going to talk about the Dolphins in a little bit.
Get them off my screen, Patriots.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I said it. Get them off the screen. Only to make you happy. Tyreek Hill is going to have over 100 yards in the game. Tua is going to throw over 300 yards. Jalen Waddle is going to have a good game. Oh, the Dolphins is going to come back angry after they got their butts whooped against the Colts. They lost to Daniel Jones.
Why are you doing this?
Oh, is that what you want to hear? Huh? I'm going for the Dolphins.
No, I want to hear your honest opinion. Who do you think is going to win the game?
I think the Dolphins are going to get smacked. So I'm going for the Patriots. I'm there.
Okay. We will see. And right now. I don't care who quarterback is. They're better than Rattler. Oh Lord. You better be. You're getting Bills Jets. You better not say one. Listen, Josh Allen, okay, you saw what he did Sunday night, okay, against a much better defense, okay, and just go ahead. Why do you get the NFC East teams, by the way, or the AFC East teams?
I mean, this is pretty easy. I'm going for. Wait, didn't you skip a game?
No.
No, go back. I saw San Francisco.
Yeah.
That's
what is happening? Yeah, I picked San Francisco.
Even with the injuries? Seriously?
I don't care if they trot out freaking, I don't know, Nick Mullins. Their quarterback room is still better than whatever issues the Saints have going on.
Okay. All right.
Now just pick between the Bills and Jets.
Now, I will say this before I pick. Justin Fields looked pretty good against the Steelers. He actually did.
Yeah, he looked good.
But they're going against the MVP.
The reigning, defending, undisputed MVP. You need to say this. MVP.
The sympathy MVP.
I know sympathy. He earned it.
It's an easy game. I'm going. Hey, it might be competitive. But the Bills.
Okay. All right. Whose game do I? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, this is the easiest one. This is easier than San Francisco. It's Pittsburgh. They got vintage Rodgers. Okay, that's number one. Number two, did you see Sam Darnold last Sunday? He looked like crap without Kevin O'Connell. Look, I like Sam Darnold. He seems like a very nice guy. Love to have him on the show one day. Talk to him. I would also like to apologize to him for what he had to deal with the Jets and the Panthers. And look, I'm glad that he got his money and he got paid by Seattle. But in no way, no how, no way on earth am I picking a team that Jalen Milroe is on the roster for. I still have personal issues with Jalen. And also, Rodgers is a 4-time MVP, looks like an MVP this year. And that defense, they got humbled and a little embarrassed. And by the way, they signed Jabril Peppers today. So they're going to be even faster and even better. Because you got Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay. You got, who's the third corner they got? They got a third corner. Who's that kid? Joey Porter Jr. They got Jabril Peppers, Minka, or no, not Minka. Minka's not. Minka's with the Dolphins. I forget he's with the Dolphins because no Dolphins showed up on, Sunday against the Colts.
You got that right.
Hey,
and then you still got the front line with TJ Watt.
Hey, I said nothing bad about your Cowboys. I was nice. I could have said something about C.D. Lamb and his Butterfingers.
He's still at over 100 yards. Still more yards than Tyreek Hill had against the Colts.
But yet, when the game was on the line and he had a chance to win it, what had happened? Butterfingers.
He still had over 100 yards. How many yards did Tyreek Hill have?
I'm sorry, does that count? Does that count for anything? He ain't win the game,
yes,
did
it does.
Did CeeDee Lamb win the game? Did the
How
Cowboys? Did I miss something?
How many points did we score? Against the reigning Super Bowl champions?
Okay, to be fair, that defense, the Super Bowl reigning, defending, undisputed Super Bowl champions,
excuses.
It's not that good. It's not that good. Hey, at least I can say, the Cowboys and their quarterback didn't turn the ball over 3 times. I want to talk about it.
Next game, bro. Matter of fact, we'll go to your next game because Baltimore is pissed the heck off after what happened Sunday night. You really think that Lamar Jackson is going to be pissed? Derrick Henry is going to be pissed. Zay Flowers is going to be pissed.
them boys got humble. They got humble.
That defense is going to be pissed.
Nah. See, they lazy. That defense lazy. Bro, but here's the thing, and I will say this. John Harbaugh has to understand this is not the 2000 Ravens where you have Ray Lewis and Ed Reed on the defense. Your defense is not your strong suit anymore. It is your offense. You have one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL and one of the best running backs who is 6'2" and like 240 pounds in your backfield. To quote Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side, run the dang ball. On a 4th and 3, do not punt it away. You go for it. And look, if you don't get it, at least you can say, we put it in the hands of our MVP. We put it in the hands of our superstar running back. And they didn't get it done. You can't. Lamar and Derek are taking blame for the loss, but
it was the defense.
Derek's a little bit more to blame.
We're going to talk about it in a little bit. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. Because I got a lot to say. I have to pick this game? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Flashbacks. Danny Dimes. So we all know how I feel about Bo Nix. Just hurry up and take Bo Nix, man.
But I cannot forget, and I don't know if it was like adrenaline or emotion from like them putting Jim Irsay in the Ring of Honor. I got to go with the Colts. I'm picking the Colts to win. It's a home game.
Against that defense? Really?
Here's the thing. It's a home game for the Colts. Dude, I cannot listen. I watched the entire Dolphins game. Daniel Jones looked like a superstar quarterback. He had command of that offense. Tyler Warren, who I told you when we were doing fantasy football drafts was going to be a problem for defenses, was a problem for that Miami defense. And look, I don't know if it was that Miami was just lazy and they just didn't look like they cared, which they didn't, and that's a whole other problem, or if it was the emotion from them putting Jim Irsay in the Ring of Honor and like all the legends being there and like the fact that, they had not won a week 1 game since like 2013 or something. Like the last time they won a week 1 game, Peyton Manning was their quarterback. Or it might have been Andrew Luck was their quarterback. But regardless, like it had been a long time since they won in week 1. I don't know if that was it or if this Colts team was really freaking good. But Bo did not look that good on Sunday. He looked like he's taken a step back. And that defense looked good, but it was also a rookie quarterback that they were going up against. Daniel Jones is not a rookie. Daniel Jones knows defenses. And by the way, the Titans don't have a run game. The Colts do. And I trust Pittman and Alec Pierce and Josh Downs and Tyler Warren more than I do anybody on that Titans offense. And it's in Indianapolis. Yeah, I'm picking the Colts.
And if healthy, and like I said, when healthy, the Colts have a top 5 running back in the league in Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. All right, you're getting the Panthers-Cardinals. Who you got?
I feel so bad for Bryce Young. I mean, they did not play well this weekend.
Well, he didn't either. To be fair, there was like a 3-hour rain delay. They just didn't call the game. They made them play. The game started at 1 o'clock and ended at 5.
I just really want Bryce Young to succeed. I really do. But Arizona, they played against the freaking Saints.
Yeah.
The Saints.
Yeah.
The Saints.
And they struggled with the Saints.
I'm going for the Panthers.
And Kyler did not look great.
Yeah, I'm going for the Panthers.
All right. Ooh,
I
get a nice. Oh, no. I get a nice game. Nice little game here. I get a nice little game here. And then you get a decent little game. And then you get the Sunday night football game. And then I get the Monday night. This is a nice little setup I got here.
You cheated.
No. Last week you got the first pick. This week I get the first pick. Not my fault that this is how ESPN decided to put them in the pick'ems. Now, here's the thing. The reigning, defending, undisputed world champion Philadelphia Eagles against the reigning, defending, undisputed ref champion Kansas City Chiefs. Now, here's the thing. I could be really nice here and go, you know what? It was a fluke in Brazil. The Chiefs are fine. They're going to be fine. To quote the great LA Knight, nah. I don't care where it is. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's in freaking San Francisco. The Philadelphia Eagles will be there. They are winning the Super Bowl this year. Jalen Hurts will have 2 rings. Barkley will win the MVP. And we are going to see the Philadelphia Eagles not only beat the Chiefs, I've got a score prediction. I think 38-7. The Chiefs are getting stomped out. I am off the Mahomes praise. He looked like garbage on Friday night. The Chargers defense ate him alive. And oh, by the way, guess who's coming back? Spitgate. Jalen Carter. You don't think he's going to be ticked off that he didn't get to play against the Cowboys? And he's going to exact that revenge upon the Chiefs. And by the way, Jalen Carter is technically an edge rusher. Which side of the edge do you think they're going to put him on? They're going to put him up against that rookie, against Josh Simmons, and Jalen Carter is going to feast on that boy. It's going to be a wrap. It's over. The Eagles win this by a blowout. By the fourth quarter, ain't nobody going to be watching the game anymore because it's going to be a blowout.
Oh, man, you're crazy.
All right, the Minnesota Vikings and my MVP, J.J. Money McCarthy, versus Michael Penis Jr. I mean Penix, my bad. I had the CBS mind, my bad. I was thinking about CBS, my bad. Jr. and the Atlanta Falcons, but it's bro, literally, I don't know why, but I immediately, when I was saying his name, I just thought of the CBS tagline that said Michael Penis Jr. and it just slipped out. It honestly slipped out. I didn't mean to say it.
You called me out for cussing, but you
Penis is not a cuss word. Penis is a body part. There's a difference.
All right, back to sports.
Back on track.
So Minnesota, here's the thing.
By the way, Michael Penix Jr., I am so sorry.
The Minnesota Vikings shouldn't have won against Chicago. It was 17-6. It was 17-6. The Falcons shouldn't have lost against the Bucks.
But who the quarterback for the Bucks? Who that quarterback is? Who the quarterback is? Baker what? Baker, say it. Say the word. And
yes. Mr. OU himself, Baker Mayfield. I know.
Baker, Baker, primetime Mayfield.
Anyways, right. Penix looked good. One thing I wish Michael Penix did more. Run the ball. Be a mobile quarterback. You cannot. Here's the thing that you can't in this era of football. As a quarterback, you cannot win the Super Bowl when you're a pure pocket passer.
That's not true.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Look at the previous Super Bowl champions. Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. Look at the previous MVPs. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. And look at half of the quarterbacks
Matthew
in this
Stafford
league.
won a Super Bowl in like 2022. And he's a pocket passer. Tom Brady won it in 2020. And he's a pocket passer.
Matthew Stafford wasn't a pure. He did run when he needed to. He had some moves. Now, I'll give you Tom Brady. Matthew Stafford, he can move a little bit. He could move a little bit.
Yeah, but like he didn't want to. You know who Michael Penix reminds me of? He reminds me a little bit of Bryce Young at Alabama. Bryce never wanted to run. He was always scared to run for some reason. I think he had a lot to do with his size. Probably. But I think that's the thing. And also, Michael Penix was taught by Kalen DeBoer, and this is why Milroe didn't work in DeBoer's offense, to not run, to stand in the pocket and fire. That's what they did at Washington. He didn't have to run.
I just think if Michael Penix can run a little bit more, he'll be more successful. He's got a strong arm, and he has a precision type of passing in the pocket. He's a good passer and got a good, strong left arm, just like a previous Atlanta Falcons quarterback who had a strong left arm. For all my people that's from Atlanta or watch the Falcons, oh, good Michael Vick, strong left arm.
Yeah, Norfolk State head coach now. Head coach at Norfolk State.
Hey, represent us proud, Michael Vick. Represent proud. But back to the game, it could be close. Two good offenses. Obviously, you got, Bijan Robinson against Aaron Jones. You got Drake London against Justin Jefferson.
You said Justin Jefferson and Drake London in the same sentence, like they're the same.
I know. They're the number one. They're the number one receivers. Respectfully, they're the number one. Receivers.
There's tiers to that.
But
Justin
then you got
number one. Drake is a one in an offense with twos.
But then you got Kyle Pitts versus T.J. Hawkinson.
Hawk's a better tight end.
But you got two good offenses is what I'm trying to say. Now, the running game is going to go to the Falcons because they got two good running backs on that team. With Algier and Bijan Robinson. And mark my words.
I would say Bijan is a better running back than Aaron Jones.
Yes.
Tyler Algier is not a better running back than Jordan Mason. He's not.
I mean, Algier is a big body.
Jordan Mason's a burner. Tyler Algier is a
big body. He's a big boy. Big
but
body.
He's not as good. He's not as good as Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason single-handedly, until Christian McCaffrey got back, gave the 49ers a run game last year, which got him paid in Minnesota.
Well, we're definitely going to see which running back duo is going to be better in this game for Sunday Night Football. It's going to be close. It is going to be close, but I am going for my hometown Falcons.
Oh, dear Lord. When JJ wins, I'm going to text you.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say you screwed us. Oh, buddy. Tampa Bay versus that other team in Texas.
Hey, don't disrespect them.
Hey, there's two teams in Texas, and neither one of them have been relevant. Sorry.
Hold on. They still got C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson Jr. Come on.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that C.J. Stroud can win games without an offensive line. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Well, guess what? He has more playoff wins than your quarterback. So next.
Yeah, they also came when he had an offensive line. So next, Tua has not been given an offensive line yet. So,
but he's been given a top 5 receiver. Next,
Stephon Diggs. Okay.
he was not
Nico
top
Collins.
5. He's not top 5.
Nico Collins?
He's
top
not
10.
top. No, he top 10, but not top 5. He's not.
Okay. I'm just saying.
CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson.
I will say this. CJ Stroud was not put into a toxic environment with a diva like Tyreek Hill. He got Stephon Diggs, who was thankful to be with Houston because he didn't want to be with Buffalo anymore.
But is a diva. He is a diva.
He's a diva, but last year in Houston he wasn't.
No.
And all Tyreek's been since he got to Miami is a diva and in legal trouble. Oh, and guess what? He's in legal trouble again.
Domestic violence.
Yeah, because and I believe her. Because it's not the first time that he's been accused of it, and he's been found guilty of it before.
True.
But I'm gonna pick Tampa for this reason. I trust Emeka Ibuka and
he did have a good game.
Mike Evans more than I do the receivers in Houston, and I trust the running back. I trust Bucky Irving and Rachaad White more than I do Nick Chubb and whoever their other running back is, because it's not Joe Mixon. All right, Rodney, you get to pick. Oh, wait, we have the Monday night game. Go ahead and take it. Monday night, Chargers, Raiders.
Chargers next.
Okay, so I'll get to pick how many points Justin Herbert will score against the Raiders. Because Chargers, Raiders, the total points. I'm going to go 47. You think that's a fair one?
I mean, the Raiders, they got Jacoby Myers, they got Brock Bowers, they got Ashton Genty.
Yep.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I do too. I definitely think that's fair enough.
No more than 47, definitely.
Yep. We will then stop sharing. Exit out of that. So game picks are done. Let's get into the next topic at hand. Something I'm very excited to talk about. You knew this was coming, so just brace yourself.
I'm going first.
MVP Allen takes down Action Jackson. Rodney, I want your thoughts going into the game. You picked the Ravens to win. Rodney, I think you, like myself, thought the game was over in the fourth quarter with under 5 minutes left to go when the Bills were down 15 points, and I honestly turned it off. And then I saw Twitter going insane and was like, wait a minute, what? And I turned it on my phone, and I watched the ending of the show, or the ending of the game. And I saw the greatest kicker in the history of kicking go straight down the pipe, win the game for the Buffalo Bills after the greatest quarterback in the history of quarterbacks went right down the field and put them in field goal range and gave his team yet again a chance to finish. Rodney, what was your thoughts going into the last 5 minutes of that game?
Why? How the hell did the Bills come back?
You want me to tell you how?
Here's the thing. Baltimore, you were up 40-25. Most of the time in the fourth quarter, it's game flipping over. How? How the heck did you allow the Bills to come back? And yes, I know what you're going to say. Because they have the reigning, defending.
No. That's not what I was gonna say.
And
I was gonna
hold
say.
on.
Hold on.
They have
Let me do
the reigning, defending, undisputed best quarterback in the world, MVP, Josh Money Allen. Like, I will admit, before you go, Josh Allen, he played a hell of a game. He absolutely did. My hats off to Josh Allen. The Bills did not give up. They absolutely did. And they proved without a shadow of a doubt that this Bills team has the chance to become the number 1 seed in the AFC if they keep playing like this. But here's the thing. The defense cannot allow 40 freaking points. You're not going to be a winning team if your defense allows 40 points. Do you remember the Bengals last year? You can't be a Super Bowl team if your defense allows over 30 points a game. You're not going to win. You're not.
Because you can keep going. I gotta find something real quick because you just mentioned something. By the way, that was real cute what you just did. That whole thing about he played well. He normally does.
All right. To make it better, he played exceptional. He played fantastic, phenomenal.
Okay.
If that makes you feel better. But no, he played a really good game. Being serious, he played a really good game. He really did. But Lamar Jackson was good. And here's the thing. Before I let you go, Nick, you cannot blame this game on Lamar Jackson. It's 2 things: the defense. You allowed them to score 15 points in 5-6 minutes.
Okay.
Number 1 is the defense. Number 2, Derrick Henry. You normally don't fumble the ball. So that's number 2, in my opinion, when Derrick Henry fumbled that ball and the Bills scored. But Lamar Jackson, you can't blame him. When he threw that ball to DeAndre Hopkins and he caught that ball one-handed, woo! I said to myself, DeAndre Hopkins still got it. I said that in our group chat. DeAndre Hopkins still got it. But you cannot blame this loss on Lamar Jackson. Not at all. It's the defense and Derrick Henry.
Okay, well, first of all, not only did the defense allow them to score 15 points in the last 5 minutes of the game, they allowed 22 points scored in the fourth quarter. Because going into the fourth quarter, it was 34 to 19, something like that. It's crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. But you mentioned the Bills can't give up 40 points and win, right? Just like the Bengals.
Super Bowl. Win the Super Bowl.
Listen to this real quick. So the Bills have the Jets this Sunday. I think they could give up, 40 points and win that game. Then they go play at home against the Dolphins. I just go ahead and chalk that up. That's a win. They have the Saints. That's a win. Patriots. That's a win. Falcons. That's a win. Panthers. That's a win. Chiefs. As of right now, the way it looks, that's a win. The Dolphins again. That's a win. I don't care if it's in Miami or not. That's a win. Buccaneers. That's a win. Texans. That's a win. Steelers, okay. Going to be a shootout, but that's probably going to be a win. Bengals, going to be a shootout, but that's probably going to be a win. Patriots, that's a win. Browns, that's a win. Eagles, okay, that's a loss. And then Jets, that's a win. So what I'm seeing here is 16-1. With maybe they lose to the Chiefs on a fluke or the Bengals on a fluke. You see what I'm getting at here?
What about the Bucs?
I don't trust But I don't trust Tampa Bay's defense against the Bills' offense.
But you trust Baker Mayfield.
But I don't trust the defense against Josh Allen. Just like I didn't trust the Ravens' defense against Josh Allen in the last 5 minutes of the game. Because, well, here's the thing. And first of all, you said you can't blame it on Lamar, and that's partly true. But here's the thing. The reason the Bills won is because in big games, and have you ever noticed whenever Lamar's in the playoffs against Allen or Mahomes, it's never really a close game. It always seems like Allen and Mahomes blow him out. Here's why that happens. Because in really big moments and really big games, Lamar Jackson shrinks. He becomes a rookie all over again. I'm not a Lamar Jackson hater. I love Lamar. I think he's a great quarterback. But he shrinks when he plays against big-time opponents in big games. That is why he will never win the Super Bowl, because he shrinks. He doesn't play big when they need him to play big. Josh Allen has played against Mahomes and lost in the playoffs, but you know who he's lost to two quarterbacks in the playoffs in his career. Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. He's never lost to Lamar in the playoffs. And the reason is because when the moment is big, Josh Allen becomes Superman. When his team needs him to become that guy, he becomes that guy. When Lamar's team needs him to become that guy, very small. Just like last year, week 1, Chiefs, Ravens. Oh, Lamar is going to be that guy. The Ravens are going to beat the Chiefs. And what happened?
They lost because of a toe.
Isaiah Likely's toe became too big for the moment. See, what I'm getting at here is that entire Ravens team, when the moment's big, they all shrink. But it starts with Lamar. And that is why MVP Josh Allen takes down Action Jackson. I love Lamar, but he gets his teammates and him shrink in the big moments. John Harbaugh forgets how to coach in big moments. Did you notice last night something happened in the Vikings and Bears game? One coach, Kevin O'Connell, who's been doing it for years, against one coach, Ben Johnson, who's a first-year head coach, one team rose to the occasion in the fourth quarter, and one team shrunk. Why do the Ravens do that?
They got too comfortable.
Because John Harbaugh is not a good coach anymore. John Harbaugh is an average coach who is living off that one Super Bowl that he won because of Joe Flacco and the defense he had. He's living off that as opposed to trying to build something great now. They've got a great... Dude, Baltimore's got the best roster in the AFC. But their coach is living off that one win in that one Super Bowl over his brother, and his job is secure.
Shouldn't you say the same thing about Mike Tomlin then? He's living off that one Super Bowl in 2008?
First of all, Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. John Harbaugh has. Secondly, Mike Tomlin doesn't have the best roster in the NFL. John Harbaugh does. Thirdly, Mike Tomlin has had no disrespect to these men because they're all great. And they're all good, and I love all of them. Since Ben Roethlisberger retired, first of all, Big Ben retired 3 years too late. He should have retired 3 years earlier. He's had Devlin Hodges, Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky as his quarterbacks since Big Ben retired. John Harbaugh, since Joe Flacco left, has had Lamar freaking Jackson. You know why Lamar won the Heisman, but Louisville didn't go and play in a big-time bowl game and have a chance to win the ACC and have a great – because Lamar's great, but he shrinks in the big moments. That's what he does. Lamar's a shrinker. He gets very small when the moment gets very big. When the bright lights are on and it's prime time and it's time for Lamar Jackson to show up, Lamar Jackson sitting in his crib in Baltimore ain't showing up. He's collecting his paycheck, but it's Lamar showing up. But it's Lamar Odom. It ain't Lamar Jackson. He ain't the same dude when the lights are bright. He's not like Kobe and LeBron and Steph and Josh and Patrick and Brady and the Mannings. He doesn't have the killer instinct that you need to be a great quarterback. He has the instinct to be, he's Dak Prescott. The Ravens are the Cowboys of the AFC because Lamar falls apart in the playoffs and in the big games, just like Dak. And you can walk away if you want to because you know I'm right. Now, get back over here. We got another segment to do. We got to talk about that guy. My homeboy. The Chiefs fall apart in Brazil.
Just compare Lamar Jackson with that. Get on with your point.
Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Let's talk about the Chiefs.
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about the Chiefs.
Lamar, hold on. No. Hold on. Tell me where I'm wrong. Has Lamar shown up in the big moments? Because, see, I don't consider the wild card round, or even at this point in Lamar's career, the divisional round as a big moment. I consider the AFC Championship as the big moment. But let's go back to last year, the divisional round against the Bills in Buffalo. They had Derrick freaking Henry, and they forgot to run the ball. Lamar thought, I'm a quarterback. I'm going to throw the ball, and he pissed down his leg, and they lost. Because Lamar is a quarterback, but he is a running quarterback first. And he forgot that. And Greg Roman forgot that they had Derrick freaking Henry in the backfield and did not. I'm not saying it's all on Lamar, but Lamar should have enough pull in that locker room and in that building to go, screw that. I'm calling plays. And he won't do it. You know why Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl and beat Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City? Because Joe Burrow looked at Zach Taylor. Joe Burrow looked at that defense. Joe Burrow looked at his organization, and he said, I'm that guy. I'm Joe Burrow. I'm going to take us there. And he took them there. You know why Josh Allen has the worst loss on his resume? He took the lead with 13 seconds on the clock. And Patrick got the ball back, and it was too much time because his defense let him down. Lamar, that defense does not let him down. They let him down Sunday night. But in playoff games, Lamar lets the city of Baltimore down. And they will never win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's a guy you can win a Super Bowl with, not a guy you can win the Super Bowl because of. Josh Allen, you can win the Super Bowl because of. Patrick Mahomes, you can win the Super Bowl because of. Joe Burrow, because of. Tom Brady, because of. At this point in his career, Baker Mayfield, because of. Because of Baker, you can win a Super Bowl. Because of, I put Jared Goff in there. Because of Jared Goff, you can win the Super Bowl in Detroit. Because of C.J. Stroud. because of Jalen Hurts, because of Jaden Daniels, because of Justin Herbert. Because they don't fold in big moments. Herbert had the one really bad playoff game in Jacksonville, but his defense let him down.
No. Now I gotta stop you.
No, fuck off. Fuck off, because you know I'm right. And that's why you're getting pissed off, because you know I'm right. You know I'm right. Lamar Jackson pisses down his damn leg every time. I've watched this man. He lost to the fucking Tennessee motherfucking Titans when they had Ryan goddamn Tannehill playing quarterback. Tell me Lamar Jackson's not a better quarterback than Ryan Tannehill. Tell me he's not a better quarterback than half the dudes he's fucking lost to in the playoffs. The defense does not piss it away for him. I'm so tired of you, Stephen A. Smith, Ryan Clark, Marcus Spears, all these pundits, Dan Orlovsky's in there as well, making excuses for Lamar. And the only reason you make them is because you feel sorry for him because Josh Allen earned a motherfucking MVP over him last year, and y'all want to call it a sympathy MVP. Ocho does the same thing. Unk does the same thing. Unk has been crying for a damn year about Shedeur Sanders. You know what? Shedeur Sanders isn't that fucking good. Shedeur Sanders is a washed, fucked up quarterback. He's got no special talent. He is a mid quarterback. The only reason he looked good in Colorado was because Travis Hunter was catching the ball. And because Deion protected him. Tell me I'm wrong.
We gonna get to the next subject or what?
No, you wanted to go. Go. Defend yourself. Come on. Defend them. You can't, because you know I'm right.
That's not the case at all, but let's get to the next subject.
No, I'm right, and you know I'm right.
And you throwing Justin Herbert in that list, you are absolutely crazy because if I'm not mistaken, he threw 4 interceptions against the freaking Texans. So you're absolutely crazy for throwing Justin Herbert. You're absolutely crazy for throwing in CJ. You're absolutely crazy for throwing in CJ Stroud, who's only been in the league for 2 years. You're absolutely crazy for throwing in Jaden Daniels, who's only been in the league for 1 flipping year.
Jaden Daniels went to the NFC Championship in his first year.
You're acting like Lamar.
The Lions were the best team in football last year, and Jaden Daniels went into Detroit and ruined them.
They were hurt. Their defense was hurt.
They didn't stop them from getting the number 1 seed. You want to say they're hurt? Guess what? They were hurt against Sam Darnold, and they still won. Jaden Daniels is a rookie, turned an entire city around.
Just wait until the playoffs with Lamar Jackson. Just wait, because I'm sick.
I can wait because I'm gonna watch him fall apart. I'm gonna watch him fall apart because that's what he does. He falls apart.
We'll wait till the playoffs to prove for when Lamar Jackson proves everybody wrong. Just wait.
Lamar Jackson ain't gonna prove nobody wrong because all of y'all are eating out of Lamar Jackson's hands. So you'll all, when he loses, you'll all come on and make excuses about it, and I'll be the one saying he's not really that good. He's good enough to get them there. He ain't good enough to finish the job.
How can someone not be that good when he's a 2-time freaking MVP? A unanimous MVP.
I said he's good enough to get you there. He's not good enough to finish the job. When he has to go up against people better than him, he falls apart.
Then say the same thing about Justin Herbert. Say the same thing about Justin Herbert.
I just saw Justin Herbert in Brazil beat the dog piss out of the Chiefs.
1 game. How about the playoffs? 4 interceptions. Chokes it against the Jaguars.
Okay.
Jaguars.
Hold on, though. You want to talk about that? Hold on. First of all, last year was Jim Harbaugh's first year. First year in LA. And before that, who did Herbert have? He had Brandon Staley, a special teams coach, as his head coach. A stats guy as his head coach.
But did they make the playoffs with Brandon Staley? Did they make the playoffs? Yes
they
or no?
only made the playoffs because the Raiders decided to kick a field goal and tie it as opposed to taking the lead and beating them. That is the only reason they made the playoffs, was because of the Raiders and Antonio Pierce deciding to kick a field goal and tie in the game.
But did Justin
because
Herbert
if they had lost, the Raiders would have been in the playoffs.
Did Justin Herbert blow it against the Jaguars? Yes or no? Did he blow it? Yes or no?
He lost.
Did he blow the freaking game? Did he blow it? Yes, he did.
No.
They led by over 20 points.
The defense blew it. The defense blew it.
I'm sick and tired of you guys saying Justin Herbert is a top 10 quarterback, but he's nowhere near the top 10. Y'all want to say he's got a strong arm.
Rodney, name me 10 quarterbacks. Name me 10. Who's your 10?
Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, C.J. Stroud.
But hold on. Whoa. You just said that I can't say that Jaden Daniels you can win because of, and I can't say C.J. Stroud you can win because of, because that was just their first and second years in the league. That's what you just said.
You just said name 10 quarterbacks. You said name 10 quarterbacks better than Justin Herbert.
Hold on. First of all, I wouldn't say Jared Goff is better than Justin Herbert. Jared Goff is good when he has a really good offensive coordinator. He looked really good with Sean McVay. He looked really good with Ben Johnson. He has not looked good without those two guys, and you know that's a fact.
Hey, guess what? He made a Super Bowl. Something that Justin Herbert is never going to do.
I'll guarantee you the Chargers can win the division this year.
You still got the Broncos.
And they'll take out Lamar.
You praise Bo Nix every time you have a chance. You're saying they're not going to win a division?
I just said, did I not just say in game predictions that Bo looked like a rookie on Sunday and that's why I'm picking against him? Did I not say that?
They still got a great defense with Patrick Surtain. You praise Bo Nix every single show. And it's only one game. I still got the Broncos being a good team.
I think they're going to be a good team, but I don't think they win this Sunday.
So you really have Justin Herbert over Bo Nix, who you really love in your heart. In your heart.
Yes, I have Herbert over Bo.
Let's talk about this game in Brazil. We're getting off track.
Chiefs fall apart in Brazil. Patrick Mahomes falls apart. Travis Kelce injures Xavier Worthy in the third play of the game. They ran into each other. Now Worthy's going to be out for a couple weeks. They don't have Rashee Rice. So your wide receiver duo is the dangerous threat of Tyquan Thornton and Hollywood Brown and Juju Smith-Schuster. Oh my God, what a threat. Those three. Oh, wow. Justin Herbert looked great in that game. He looked great. Rodney, your thoughts on the game?
I'm not taking away from Justin Herbert. He did look good in that game. But at the end of the day, you got to realize is that we've seen it before that Kansas City looked very weak in the regular season, and they still pull something out of their butts to make it to the AFC Championship. It could be the team, it could be the defense, it could be the refs, but no matter what happens in the regular season, the Chiefs always find a way to pull it off in the playoffs. It's just like the Patriots in the 2000s and the 2010s. They may look weak in the regular season, but come playoff time, they're always going to pull something out of their butts. So yes, the Chargers won a good game. I tipped my hat off. But this is not the first time Kansas City had a weak offense and still made it to the Super Bowl. Just last year, their offense was not that good. But they made the Super Bowl because of their defense. So
no, I mean, I don't disagree.
Is it time to push the panic button on the Chiefs? Yes. Absolutely not.
What?
If they lose against Philly, yes.
If they lose to Philly, I'm sorry, I just told you, who in their wide receiver room do you trust? CTE adjacent and Hollywood Brown?
Yes, but here's the thing. I'm going off of history for what we've seen these past 5 years.
Guess
5 years.
What happened to last year? What happened to last year at the end of the year? What happened? They had Rashee Rice. They had Xavier Worthy. They had Isaiah Pacheco. They had Mahomes. They had Kelsey. They didn't have an offensive line, and what happened? Who? So if we're going off last year, let's go to the last game of the year. The Eagles beat the dog crap out of the Chiefs. True or false?
True, but here's the thing, though. They did something.
The Eagles got better this offseason, and the Chiefs looked terrible against the Chargers and Brazil.
I want the Eagles to win, but the fact is still there. You said yourself, you did say yourself, you will not bet against the Chiefs. You said that out of your own mouth on this show.
I also said when we were doing game picks, because it's clear you didn't listen when we were doing game picks, that I was picking against the Chiefs because of the sheer fact that Mahomes looked like garbage in Brazil, and because it was the Eagles. So that tells me you didn't listen to when I was making my game picks and what I was saying, because you threw Bo Nix up in my face a while ago. Like I didn't say he looked bad last week, and like I didn't say I'm picking against Bo, despite the fact that I am a fan of Bo. And you didn't listen when I said I'm picking the Eagles because of how bad the Chiefs looked, and because I can't get out of my mind what happened in the Super Bowl last week or last year.
No, I'm saying I agree with you. I'm just saying the Chiefs are going to make it competitive, but they did suck in Brazil. I agreed with you. I'm just saying going into later this season, I can't bet against the Chiefs for what they've done this previous 5 years. I want them to lose against Philly. I want them to lose. I want freaking Patrick Mahomes to throw 3 interceptions because I told you I hate the Chiefs. So yes, and Jalen Carter.
The way you talking, it sounds like you love the Chiefs.
No, I hate them. I hate Travis Kelce. I hate Patrick Mahomes.
Hold on.
For some things that he said.
Who do you hate more though? The Chiefs or the Eagles? Because you're a Cowboys fan.
I equally hate them both.
Yeah, you can't do that. The Eagles are a division rival. You can't hate one team more than you hate the other, or is the same as you hate the other when one of those teams is a division rival.
Not true.
Fake fan.
I hated the Patriots when they were successful because they always won. And the Eagles were not competitive at that time like they are right now.
I don't hate the Chiefs because they always win. I actually like the Chiefs. I like Mahomes. I like Kelsey. I like their defense. I like their receivers. I love Andy Reid. I think he's a great coach. I like Matt Nagy. I think he's a good offensive play caller. I like the Chiefs because of how great they are. Because it is so difficult in professional sports to have a dynastic run. That's why when a team does, I have to be like, you know what? I appreciate it because it's so hard to do it. Look, the Patriots were in my division for 20 years. I didn't like them, but I respected them because it is so hard to have a dynastic run. But I think now the Eagles are that team that will have a dynastic run. I think the Eagles are better suited long-term to have a dynastic run than the Chiefs are because Jalen Hurts is younger, Dallas Goedert's younger, A.J. Brown is a freak, Devontae Smith is younger. Yes, the offensive line is aging, but Jeff Stoutland is just rebuilding it with even stronger and bigger offensive linemen. The defense is young with Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter and Cooper DeJean and shoot, who's the other corner they got?
But I'll tell you this: they shouldn't have gotten
Reed Blankenship.
They shouldn't have gotten rid of CJ. They shouldn't have.
DJ?
Yes, they shouldn't have traded him to the Texans. They shouldn't have.
I think they got a pretty good deal back.
But if you look at their corners from this year compared to last year, it's a lot weaker. And we did see that because a little bit.
Young. But they're younger. They're younger. And by the way, the Eagles will be just fine. By the way, I'm pretty sure they signed a linebacker yesterday. Or it might have been a defensive lineman. They signed somebody yesterday. I can't remember who, but they signed somebody yesterday. The Eagles, I think, are set up for a dynastic run.
The Eagles are going to win, and if the Chiefs lose bad, then you press the panic button. Then you need to start worrying about this team.
Yeah.
Because you still got Rashee Rice, who's still serving his suspension. We don't know how long Xavier Worthy is going to be out. Your offensive line is looking a lot weaker than it usually looks the previous few years.
Yeah.
And I think Patrick Mahomes, yes, he's not 35, he's not 34, but his time is slowly coming because these other quarterbacks are coming after him. And just like Ric Flair said, since we're both wrestling fans, to be the man, you got to beat the man.
You know who will never beat the man? You know who will never beat the man?
We move past that. We definitely move past that.
Joe Burrow beat the man.
We move.
Josh Allen can beat the man. LaMarvelous Jackson can't beat the man. But I digress. Let's get into this next topic, though. And we're gonna cut a few segments because it's getting late. We overran some time. Jalen Carter got fined for Spitgate 2025. I love this, dude. I gotta be honest, man. Like, Spitgate 2025. Hey, Rodney. Who am I? Oh, wait. Who did he do that to? Who did he spit on? Can you remind me? I forget. Who did he spit on? Can you remind me? It's It was Thursday night. It's been a long weekend. I watched a lot of football. Can you remind me who he spit on and why he spit on them?
You're gonna do this all show, really?
I just want to know, who did he spit on? Who was it that he swapped spit with?
We don't need to talk about it. He paid his fine, $57,222.
Wait. I want a name. He spit on somebody.
I'm not saying
right there in front
name.
of the ref, and I believe the team's water boy, that team's water boy was gonna fight Jalen Carter.
Yes, he was right there, but I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt.
But like, who was the name? Who was? I believe it rhymed with Mac. Mac something.
I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Mac Rescott, maybe? Was it Mac Rescott?
I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt.
He plays for what was that team he played for?
I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt. Nope.
He plays for Jerry's team. He plays for Jerry's team. It's the team that traded Parsons to the Packers for Kenny Clark. He spit on Kenny Clark. That's what it was. What? Who was it? He spit on? Just tell me. Just say the name. I want to hear the name. Jalen Carter spit on who?
Dak Prescott. There.
Okay.
Dak Prescott.
Okay.
Prescott.
So NFLPA. Give that man his money back. Don't fine him for that. Who cares? It's only Dak. Like, what does Dak do for the league? Come on. He gives you the same little, babyface sound bites. He's never relevant in the playoffs. The Cowboys will never be successful as long as Dak is their quarterback and old man Jerry is running the organization. Come on. Dak, you need to give him back that $57,000, and then you need to apologize for being in that man's way. He wasn't trying to spit on Dak.
He still did it though.
He was trying to spit on the ground, but Dak was in front of him. Kind of like Dak said he was trying to spit on the ground in between his two offensive linemen towards Jalen Carter, but he's spitting on the ground. Come on, man. This is oh my God. I couldn't, dude. When I saw he got fined for $57,000, I was like, what? Ugh. All right, let's get into, speaking of Dallas, and speaking of a Micah Parsons trade. You held Saquon to 60 yards. Was it worth it? Was it worth it?
Jalen Hurts still rushed for 2 touchdowns. End of story.
I'm sorry, Jalen did what? Repeat that.
I'm not saying it twice.
Hold on. You know what I think? Hold on, Rodney. Hold on. I think this is your team, right? Dallas, right? Let's go full screen.
I really don't have much to say about this game. Jalen Hurts had a good game. He rushed for 2 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts played a good game. I really don't have much to say about this game.
Oh, but Jerry did. Oh, Jerry had a lot to say. Jerry had some things to say, actually, about Micah.
Screw Jerry Jones, man. I don't want to hear about him.
Oh, you don't have to hear what he said. I mean, you don't have to hear about what he said, because I'm going to do us all a favor. If I can find it, please tell me I can find it.
You're really gonna keep going time with trying to find a video with that old Jerry Jones, man?
No, hold on. I'm working on something here. You entertain the people.
Why don't you not find the video? We do not care about Jerry Jones.
I need this video played. You don't understand how important this is to me.
It is not that important.
I just want to find the quote that he said. I really just want to find the quote.
We ain't got all night, man.
Okay, I can't find the quote. I believe the quote was something to the effect of Micah looked good, his back looked good. You know, hope he does well. I believe that was the quote.
We don't care. We don't care.
They saved the run game, guys. They wasted a generational 26-year-old for an aging 29-year-old Kenny Clark who can't chase down Jalen Hurts. Micah is a hero in Green Bay. And I had to do it. Now, get into my team. The Miami Dolphins, that team.
Yeah, they need to trade Lamar. They need to trade Tyreek Hill. They need to freaking trade Tua Tagovailoa. He sucks. Mike McDaniel sucks. Tyreek Hill is a crybaby.
First of all, I need you to apologize to Tua Tagovailoa right now.
Because
you butchered his last name. You show that man respect.
Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua Tagovailoa.
We don't care. He sucks.
I do, actually. He doesn't suck, okay? He had a bad day. It's a bad day.
But you want him cut. You said yourself you want to a cut.
Yes, I said that in emotion yesterday after watching the game again. I watched the film. The film is worse than the game, but still. As far as Tyreek is concerned, get your small little ass out of Miami. You're a waste of God made a mistake when he made you. Okay, he made a mistake when you were creating. Get out of Miami. Out of Miami now.
Don't go that far. Don't go that
far. Dude, calm down. He is literally he is just Antonio Brown without the CTE. That's all he is. At least with Antonio Brown, you could say, but that one Vontaze perfect hit.
But
that one hit.
Don't need to go there.
You can't do that with Tyreek.
That's a little bit personal.
He's a waste. He's a waste of space in Miami. He is wasting a locker room spot. Go. You want to go back to Kansas City so bad? Go. Walk out of the building. I don't even care if you request a trade. Just go. Get out. Go. All you're good for is last year on the opening day of the year, you got arrested because you wouldn't cooperate with the police. And number two, this year, after week one, your ex-wife has come out with a domestic violence accusation against you. Again. Go. You are actually worse than Antonio Brown was in Pittsburgh. And you haven't had a game where you've caught a ball over 30 yards in a year. Go. That's all I'm saying. Let's move on to the other part of that game. Indiana Jones dropping dimes, baby. I got to be honest with you, Rodney. I might have to be a Colts fan.
It's only one game, bro. We've seen this before in New York where he's looked good. So I'm not buying it.
He looked real good on Sunday.
We've seen that against the Giants where he made the playoffs and beat the Vikings. I've seen this with Daniel Jones already. It's only one game. I am not putting any freaking hype on Daniel Jones after one game where I've seen the same crap with the Giants.
Look. I'm not saying Colts are going Super Bowl, but I'm saying the Colts are going to the Super Bowl, baby. Danny Dimes is going to win him a championship. They're doing it for Big Jim Irsay. Jim Irsay is watching down upon them. He is protecting them. And listen, Anthony Richardson, I am so sorry, but you will never start another game for Indianapolis because Danny Dimes looked that great. If I'm Anthony, I'm wanting to trade out.
Did you just say the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl? Now you're going for the Colts?
I think, listen, it's going to be either the Bills or the Colts. Those two teams are coming out of the AFC. One of those two teams are coming out of the AFC. I'm telling you. The vibe in Indianapolis. Okay. Pat McAfee. Shout out, Pat. You've got me hooked, baby. Let's go. Indy all the way to Super Bowl. It's going to be Indy, and it's going to be the Eagles in Super Bowl in San Fran, and Danny Dimes is going to run all over that Eagles defense. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Let's go, Colts Nation. Hey, that dude on Instagram, I don't know your name, but the guy that sings like the Colts anthem or whatever for every week, have you seen his videos? The guy that sings about every week one or every week matchup, and he sings, "This is our Colts, this is our team, you know, we bleed blue," or what. You gotta check him out. I'll send you a video. He's a good dude. He's real good. And listen, okay, I'm lying through my damn TV. I don't care about the Colts. I'm in hell. I'm hoping the Colts continue to look that good. So at least that means the Dolphins maybe don't suck, but the Colts are just really good. Oh, and by the way, that dude that does sing that stuff, stop. You're not talented.
The Colts are not that good. The Colts are
People
not that good.
are not watching you because they think you're good. They watch you to laugh at you because you're a joke. And I actually kind of feel a little bit bad saying that because I think that guy might have some form of autism. I'm not 100% sure. But nobody's watching you and thinking, oh, this is really good. We're watching you and we're laughing. Because you can't, take it from someone who tried to sing and their friends watched it and laughed because they sucked. That's what people are doing to you. Except with you, it's on a national media broadcast. Do sports. Just take out the singing. Because I'm sure you're a good, Colts fan. You'll probably go on ESPN one day and get to talk to Stephen A. Smith, and you can tell him that I hate him with all my heart. Because I cannot stand Stephen A. Smith or Paul Feinbaum or Chris Canty or Mad Dog Russo. I like Molly. She's fun to watch.
You only like Molly because you think she's hot.
No, I like Molly because she keeps Stephen A. in check, and it's very funny.
And that you think she's cute.
No. I think she looks like a 40-year-old with a lot of makeup on. She's not Nikki Bella.
I would say the same thing about a certain female wrestler.
Who?
But we're going to talk about that outside of this.
Oh, no. Okay. We'll talk about it after the show. Yeah. We'll keep that for after the show. What did you think of the Colts' performance and Daniel Jones?
It's only one game. I'm not high on Daniel Jones. Like I said, I've seen this in the Giants. And I still think he's overrated. I still think he's not that good. He's got the athletic ability. I'll give him that, but it's only one game. I need to see more. I mean, he's got the weapons in Michael Pittman and Tyler Warren and Jonathan Taylor. So you got people that you can rely on. What he didn't have with the Giants. I mean, the only person that he really had was Saquon Barkley. But other than that, with New York, but other than that, who did he really have with the Giants? I'll give him that. But I still don't think he's that good. It's he's starting out of necessity because they don't trust.
I do think though, his skill set fits what Shane Steichen wants to do. Because Shane Steichen made Jalen Hurts looked really good with Shane Steichen. Because I think Jalen Hurts' size and skill set fits the Steichen offense. I think Daniel Jones' size and skill set. I mean, Daniel Jones is what, 6'5", 217, 218?
But back to Jalen Hurts, who was his offensive coordinator when he won the Super Bowl? Kellen Moore.
Yes, but Kellen runs a very similar offense to that of Shane Steichen.
I just don't. I need to see more.
Just with more running.
I need to see more of Daniel Jones in this offense. That's it.
No, I don't.
For me to really say anything about Daniel Jones, I need more. After one game, one game is not going to make your season.
Well, let's talk about one game that happened that's got me fired up. JJ jumpstarts the Viking ship. It took him 3.5 quarters, but he did it. He jumpstarts the Viking ship. They come back. They win the game. And I got to be honest with you, a lot of that was Kevin O'Connell knowing what to do in those situations in game and Ben Johnson not knowing because he hasn't been there as a head coach before in those situations with the timeouts and the clock management. But hey, I will say this real quick about the Bears. They may be the third best team in the NFC North.
I would give them number 4, to be honest.
Here's why I'm saying that. Packers are the best.
I agree.
Vikings number 2.
I agree.
I think the Bears with Ben Johnson's number 3. If Caleb can figure out the offense, I think the Lions are number 4 because I think people are not putting into perspective how big of a thing it is that they lost their offensive and defensive coordinators and have to rebuild an entire system around Jared Goff and that offense. And that defense is not healthy yet. They are getting back to full strength, but they have to learn a whole new scheme. I think people are not putting enough on. I think people are not putting enough on that. And if you look about it 2 years ago, when the Eagles had Vic Fangio and or no, they didn't have Vic. They had Vic last year.
Not 2 years ago. They have him 2 years ago.
Well, they had a new coordinator and a new offensive and defensive coordinator, right? Because Shane Steichen and Jonathan Gannon got picked up as head coaches. And look, that offense took a dip. They ended up going like 9-8. They made the playoffs, but then they got boat raced by the Buccaneers. That was Jason Kelsey's last year. He retired after that. I think a lot of it. People are not putting enough on the fact that they lost both Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn to head coaching jobs. And yes, Dan Campbell is still there, but Dan Campbell is a motivator. He is not a play caller extraordinaire. He is not like Andy Reid or Kevin O'Connell or Kyle Shanahan.
Or Jim Harbaugh.
And he has not been around long enough and proven enough, like a Mike Tomlin, like a Andy Reid, like a Bruce Arians when Arians was coaching, like those dudes, to say, hey, trust me.
Like don't forget the Harbaughs, Jim and John.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What you said. Hey, John, no matter what you say about John, he's still got this. He's still got this. He is still a Super Bowl winning coach. He still has that.
And he has the pull in Baltimore that the locker room is like, hey, we trust you. You've been here a long time. We trust you. No matter who they bring in as coordinators. Dan Campbell's only been the head coach in Detroit for like 5 years. And he's only had 2 really good seasons. And that was with Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn.
2023, they were 1 game away from the Super Bowl. In 2024, I really think they would have made the Super Bowl if it wasn't for the injuries on the defense. I truly think that. I
think they would have made the NFC Championship game. I don't know if they were beating Philadelphia.
It would have been neck and neck. Because imagine that healthy defense against the Eagles. I think it would have been enough for the Lions to go to the Super Bowl and beat the Chiefs.
Saquon would not have ran over the Lions defense like he did the Commanders defense.
And the Rams defense. Don't forget the Rams in the wild card. In the snow.
Hey, but the Rams almost won that game, though. You have to remember that. The Rams did almost win that game.
But Saquon still rushed for over 100 yards. Still. Yeah.
Well, what did you think of this game, Rodney? Because I know you watched some of it. You may not have watched all of it, but you watched some of it.
How did the Bears blow a 17-6 lead? They had a pick 6 in the third quarter. How did they blow that lead? And like I said earlier, Caleb Williams looked better this game compared to last year. Like I said, running the shotgun, not holding on to the ball too long, running the play action pass, just like he did with Jared Goff in Detroit. Caleb Williams looks a lot better, but how they blew that lead is still agonizing, just like with Baltimore blowing their lead against the Bills. But I still have faith in Caleb Williams. Do I think this is a make-or-break season for Caleb Williams? No, because everybody knows this Ben Johnson offense is very, very complex. Jared Goff said himself that it took him a while to get used to Ben Johnson's offense. So it's going to take time for Caleb Williams to get used to this. So will Caleb Williams be better in this system when he gets the hang of it? Absolutely. And I still think, and I'm ending with this. I still think this season, Caleb Williams, once he gets more comfortable, this could be the season that the Bears will finally have a 4,000-yard passing quarterback.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think, look, Caleb, it'll take him a while, but he'll get used to the offense. It's just going to take time. But here's the thing, though. Is Ben Johnson going to have the patience to let Caleb get used to it? Because they re-signed the backup quarterback to a $10 million contract. So he is now making more money than Caleb. And Ben Johnson strikes me as the type of guy that he wants to win now. And honestly, Caleb, when you look at Caleb and this is something that was said earlier today on TV, Ben Johnson's offense, what made it work so well with Jared Goff was Jared Goff's ball placement.
And getting the ball out quick, very quick.
Caleb, he struggled at USC with ball placement.
and
if the
holding the
thing
ball, too long.
if the thing that makes that offense work the best is your quarterback's ball placement, and that's something your starting quarterback struggles with, but Tyson Bagent was very good at in his time in college and his first 3 years in the league, in his spots that he played, spots that he started. I don't know that they're going to be that chill about waiting. But we will see. Anyway, guys, we want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to check us out on Spotify tomorrow. I'll have that up by 12 o'clock my time, 1 o'clock Rodney's time, at 9 a.m. on the West Coast. So make sure to check that out, guys. Rodney, it's been a stressful week for both of us, but glad you were able to make it work and be on the show tonight. So I did not have to go at it alone. However, shout out to the Herb and Raj podcast, as Herb was available if I needed a co-host. And I appreciate him on short notice being willing to do it. Had you not been able to make it, Raj, we'll talk later. I'm kidding. It's all good. Nothing but love for those guys. Guys, make sure to check out Herb and Raj podcast tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. And check out Herb, JT, JB, and Damo on Talking Bama on their new YouTube channel. Those 4 guys doing an absolutely incredible job. They should be live Sunday night. Obviously, Bama's got Wisconsin this Saturday. We're going to handle business. We're going to take care of business. We're going to send that Big Ten team back up north with an L. And it should be a fun show on Sunday. I'll make sure to leave a link for that in my description, in the description below. And I will make sure to leave a link for Herb and Raj's podcast, along with our Spotify, also in the description below. Because I'll be honest, dude, without Herb and Raj having our backs, being willing to come on the show whenever we ask them to, helping us out as much as they have, I don't know that this show would work as well as it does, because those guys, I know for me, they help me out immensely with a lot of stuff, on top of working on their own show. So nothing but love for Herb, nothing but love for Raj. Rodney, tell the people what you got coming out, if you got any videos coming out this week.
So I did make a video a couple days ago about the Jalen Carter spitting and my thoughts about that. So hopefully I will have some other content coming on soon. Definitely some ideas I have. I definitely want to talk about, what quarterbacks I would like to see at Senior Bowl 2026. I definitely have an idea on who I think is an early Heisman Trophy candidate. For example, I have, a Joey Aguilar.
Lenore Sellers.
I do have a Garrett Nussmeier. I don't have Arch Manning in there, but that's another idea that I have. I definitely have an idea talking about, early Super Bowl predictions, obviously. And then also, the NBA is coming very soon. And for all my NBA fans, for the first time since 2002, the NBA is back on NBC. So I'm definitely going to have some basketball content coming in, and Michael Jordan is coming back to talk about basketball on NBC. So that's definitely going to be exciting.
You know what's crazy? In my lifetime, the NBA's never been on NBC.
Yeah.
Bro, I was born in 2003, and their season was done before I was born. I was born in June of 2003. The season was over with. So they've never been on NBC in my lifetime.
Well, now you have every right to watch the NBA on NBC. If not for the basketball,
I'm gonna watch Steph Curry cook for my Warriors when they go up against them fake Lakers out there, Luka Doncic and them boys. Please, I ain't worried about them.
But yeah, I'm gonna have some content coming in soon about basketball, Michael Jordan, what I think is going to happen with him on NBC. Definitely, we're going to talk about other things surrounding the NBA, and also I might have a video on my take on Skip Bayless on the Gills Arena. Because
oh my god,
I will
do you
say
want to
this
talk
right
about that
now.
real quick?
Nah,
hold on.
Nah,
no.
We'll get.
I haven't watched a full episode yet because I'm not going to.
I'm not going to either.
I've seen the clips that Skip has posted. Bro, Skip. This is a public service announcement for Skip Bayless. And I will actually clip this and I will tag Skip in it. So he will maybe see it. Or maybe his content, whoever runs his Twitter, can see it. Skip, bro, retire. And Underdog, I don't know what y'all are doing, partnering with Skip Bayless, when y'all can partner with us. I'm not opposed to it. Come on, Underdog. I can get you sign-ups. I'm just saying, bro, this show would be a lot better if we had sponsors.
True. That is a fact.
But, guys, we will have about week 4 our own video, mine and Rodney together, or it may just be me, about our playoff bracket and who we have winning the Super Bowl. I think we should wait till after week 4 because by then you kind of have an idea of what these teams are.
I'll say week 6.
Okay, we can do week 6. We could do week 6 and make a video and post it, and then do the live stream as well because we're gonna do the Tuesday night live stream anyway. But again, guys, make sure to check us out next week, next Tuesday, for our week 2 recap, week 3 predictions. And again, guys, we thank y'all. We could not do this without y'all. And again, special shout out to Herb and Raj for coming in the chat and commenting and showing us love. We love you guys. Herb, I'm thinking of firing Rodney if you want to come in full time. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm kidding, guys. I got nothing but love and respect for Rodney. Got to keep him on. Because at the end of the day, whether he's smart or not, it's funny to argue with him. But anyway, guys, make sure to check us out tomorrow on Spotify. Make sure to, if you want to watch the video version of this, come watch the replay on YouTube. Every click counts. Leave a comment. Tell us if you think we suck. If we don't suck, because guess what? I don't give a damn what anybody says. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to take your time to comment on my stuff because you don't agree with my opinion, I still get the click. And that's all I care about is a click. And y'all are feeding into that. So just keep commenting. Keep commenting. Because I look at them, I laugh, and I go about my day. Nothing you people say matters to me because you're not my friends, you're not my family, and you're not God. I don't need to worry about what y'all think when I don't really care what y'all think. I am appreciative of every one of my subscribers, but I also know that about 90% of y'all that watch this aren't subscribers, and the ones that watch it and they're not subscribed, that's your fault, not mine. That's on you. Not me. Anyway, peace out, guys. We love y'all in all seriousness. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Even the 90% that aren't subscribed, please subscribe because then I'd have like 1,000 subscribers. But love y'all. Thank y'all. Peace.